Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Brownie Brown here again. Brownie B. Brown. Hope y'all enjoyed that episode 2 of Sailor Moon, along with some of the other things that were said in the video and all that. We are still going to react to episode number 3 a little bit later. But before we do that, for this video, this is going to be kind of a flashback here. We're gonna get the 3-parter of my review of Cool Cat Kid Superhero. This was something I tried out in the very beginning before I started doing reaction videos. So we're gonna take a look at that. All 3 parts are gonna be, edited and everything into one big video here. So you can see what this was like. It was sort of experimental, as they always call the experimental phase. Kind just to let you know, in case there are any questions about what you see in there, be sure to mention it in the comment section below. Check out some of our earlier videos, support us on Patreon, get some comments, subscribe, you know the old drill, and enjoy this Cool Cat Kid Superhero Review Flashback. Thought I heard the phone for a second. Okay, well, enjoy! Now that is said, let's talk about what I think of Cool Cat Kid Superhero. A lot of you know that this movie is basically an extended version of Cool Cat Saves the Kids from 2015. That became somewhat popular after film critics like Your Movie Sucks, I Hate Everything, Bob Shaw, and several more reviewed it. The movies are what's known as Frankenstein movies. An example of that would be the Digimon movie of 2000, using a single narrative joining plot to combine 3 separate movies into one. With Cool Cat Save the Kids, they also used 3 separate stories joined together, but with some additional scenes. And in Cool Cat Superhero, it's more additional footage with minor changes. So let's just cut to the chase. As the movie opens, Cool Cat sings about painting a picture that's already painted in such a way. Paint a picture, oh how I love to paint a picture, yay! However, it's really clear to see that the painting is already painted. And just a suggestion, if you can't afford the effects to make it look like he's painting the picture, try shooting from behind the canvas like this and show the picture after he's done. After that, Derek Savage, the writer, director, and producer of everything else about Cool Cat, shows up. And with all those credits, it's like Daddy Derek wants to be Tyler Perry. According to Derek, Cool Cat was his imaginary friend growing up, yet the movie refers to him as his son? Think about that for a second. You see, the reason this is so weird is because this information would imply that he imagined Cool Cat as his son while he was a kid. I mean, I would think that if you grew up with Cool Cat, like 2 kids growing up as best friends, then Cool Cat should be an adult like Derek by this point. I mean, after all, Cool Cat was played by an adult, so why not? Anyway, Derek very happily takes his son, Cool Cat, inside to record a new song. And I do put emphasis on happy. And say, let me give you a demonstration. Oh, come on in here, son. Let's record your new song. Oh, hey, come on. Oh, let me get the door for you, son. Get your tail in there. All right, we're about to record a new song. Oh, I'm ready, Cool Cat. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready, Daddy Derek. And they begin to record. And I don't think that the song is bad or anything, but It kind of sounds like the intro. Well, let's just say it makes me think of an adult level R&B song, if you think about it. And especially the way they wave their hands at the beginning of it. You can tell they're really getting into it. It speaks for itself. Hip, 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 the hop, hop, hop. I got a story to tell you about the coolest cat. His name is Cool Cat, and he's the rap master, so you better watch out, cause he's the anti-bullying hero. And let's just say that while they're recording this, for some reason Daddy Derek decides to dub himself singing the song for Cool Cat, thinking that nobody would notice, even though Cool Cat actor Jason Johnson told them that people would notice this. Also, you probably noticed that I've said Daddy Derek in some of the parts of this review. That's because that's what Cool Cat calls him, and it's kinda hard to not say that after watching the movie as many times as we've seen it. Yeah, we've seen it quite a bit, and also because of all the reviews on it, so it's to be expected. Anyway, once the song is over, Derek throws a plastic bottle in the trash after a long shot of him drinking it like he's in a Mountain Dew commercial. I guess he really is gonna do the do. And Cool Cat has this to say. Did you just throw a plastic bottle in the trash? Well, I guess I did. That's a major no-no. We should always recycle our cans and bottles, and it's good for the earth. And that is cool. You know what? You're right, Cool Cat. And I'm gonna start recycling right now. Here you go, buddy. Add this to your collection. Thanks. I made a lot of money off of these plastic cans, plastic bottles and cans, and it really adds up. Exquisite. That's pretty much how the conversation between them goes in a lot of scenes, in case you haven't noticed. So Cool Cat takes the bottle out there to the recycle bin, and then he goes to the front yard where Derek surprises him with a motorcycle ride with an unknown biker friend, but they're not wearing their helmets. I mean, Derek, if this is for the kids, this is setting a majorly bad example right now. And as you said in one of your YouTube videos, ignorant of the law is wrong. And that is a major no. There's right and there's wrong. Well, you know what I say? Ignorant of your safety is wrong and a major no. This is very wrong. Moments later, the Cool Cat is preparing posters for his campaign run as school president, and his friend Maria shows up to help. Special note that in Cool Cat Saves the Cats, this is originally where the movie began, after some news article segments about bullying and how Cool Cat is the solution. Bullying is going around everywhere. There's gotta be some way to stop the bully. Help! Help! Kids everywhere are being bullied! Help! We need Cool Cat! The only thing missing from that is to do that Superman intro when Cool Cat shows up. Of course, I guess if Derek, excuse me there, if Derek did do that, he probably would get copyright for using the Superman thing. And that would really be a major no from DC Comics. So, anywho. Oh, and also, as Bob Shaw pointed out, what did that extra footage that we just talked about before this intro provide us? Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Back to the film. So it would seem that everything is going, as Cool Cat would say, awesome! Or exquisite! But suddenly Maria gets an anonymous text message. Cool Cat says it is not a good idea to open a text from a stranger, and that's pretty good advice, but he ruins it by saying, "Well, I'm here, so see what it says. It could be good news." That is another bad example for the kids with what's going on in this world. The text message insults Maria, calling her ugly with red hair, and then she gets another anonymous text and asks Cool Cat if she should open it. Cool Cat has this to say. "Sure, maybe they feel really bad about that mean text, and now they want to apologize. So see what it says." However, this text does nothing of the sort and calls her fat and ugly. And shortly after that, Cool Cat gets an anonymous phone call after sitting waiting for a while. Do 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 ring. "Hello, this is Cool Cat." "Why do you call you Cool Cat? They should call you Dumb Cat." "Who is this?" Yeah, and it also states that he may look like a cat, but he stinks like a dog, which I take really high offense to that, because dogs like me, we always keep ourselves clean. And you know how we do it? We stay clean with Build-A-Bear Workshop Bear Stuff Cleaner. It's a really great plush toy stain remover. As it would turn out, the person that's sending these mystery texts and this mysterious phone call to ruin Cool Cat and Maria's day is none other than Cool Cat's arch nemesis, Joker, the clown prince of crime. "Ooh, boy, I feel like picking on someone. And look over there, it's Cool Cat and Maria. They think they're so cool. Well, you know what? I'm gonna punk up. Just wait till they get a load of me. They think Maria's hair is pretty. Well, I'll text her that it's ugly." Last time, what do you think about that? Paint a picture. Oh, how I love to paint a picture. Makes me happy and it's so much fun. Yeah. "Hey, Cool Cat, let's go write you a song." "Wait, did you just throw a plastic bottle in the trash?" "I guess I did." "That's a no-no. We should always recycle our cans and bottles, and it's good for the earth." "That's exactly right." "Lord, I feel like picking on someone."
Look over there. It's Cool Cat and Maria.
They think they're so cool. Well, you know what? I'm about to punk up. She says her hair is pretty, Soundwave. Well, we'll text her it's ugly.
I am preparing the text as we speak of Ravage, Laserbeak, Eject.
Megatron! I think we're in the wrong film. Starscream! Oh dear! Ignorance of the law is very wrong, and it's a major no. There's right and there's wrong. Hip, 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 the hop, hop, hop. I got a story to tell you about the coolest cat. His name is Cool Cat, and he's the rap master. So you better watch out, cause he's an anti-bullying hero. He's the rap master. So Cool Cat and Maria discovered the anonymous text message and phone call were from another kid known as Butch the Bully. Cool Cat laughs and after stating how it's not cool and very silly to be a bully, and also that Butch has no friends. Cool Cat, there's a saying that two wrongs don't make a right. Yes, it's not cool to be a bully, but relishing about someone not having any friends is worse. Especially since you told Maria earlier, I'm Cool Cat and I love all kids. Laughing about Butch not being friendless is making you a hypocrite. And as a little clip that I once heard once, you see, a hypocrite is someone who says something, and then they. Of course, the guy in the clip was always very bad at that. It's sort of like the stuck up priests and teachers of the law who constantly tried to find fault in Jesus Christ, to the point of questioning why his disciples didn't wash their hands. Also, maybe there is a possibility that there are some bullies out there that don't have friends. Okay. But most of the time, bullies tend to travel in packs. It's usually the victims of the bullies that are usually friendless most of the time, especially when they encounter the bullies. Anyway, Butch goes to spray paint Cool Cat's campaign sign, but the wind blows paint into his face. So he gets two other boys, Jamie and you boneheads. No, seriously. When Butch calls out to the boys, he says, "Hey Jamie, and you bonehead." Derek apparently didn't think to come up with a proper name for that other boy. Anyway, Butch tells them to join him and spray paint a big B across the town to show that they are the bad boys. Yeah, because I definitely would believe that they're the next Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Cool Cat goes to stop them, but only catches the boys since Butch escapes. And we get this revelation. So why do you want to paint the wall? Because nobody loves us. We tag on other people's things, so they'll know we were there. Yeah, nobody cares for us. That's why we do it. Oh no, you got it wrong! There's a lot of people that love you and care for you. I know it because I love you and care for you. I'm Cool Cat and I love all kids. Except Butch the Bully, I suppose. Seriously, how come you didn't try to reach out to Butch like you did those other two boys? Is Butch not worthy of redemption, Mr. Cool Cat loves you and God bless? In the Son of God movie, there's a scene where Jesus stops to tell a parable in an area full of tax collectors. His disciples at that time thought of the tax collectors as nothing but low-down snakes with no feelings at all. However, just as Jesus was finishing up his parable, a tax collector named Levi came to him in tears, fearfully admitting that he was a sinner. Jesus reached out, comforted the poor guy, forgave him of his sins, had dinner with him, and asked him to follow him. Levi gratefully accepted, willing to change his life. Sadly, this never happens with Butch the Bully, and it's a crying shame. Especially since the next scene, Cool Cat says, I think every kid has something special inside of them. They just have to discover what it is. Yeah. After that load of hypocrisy, Derek takes Cool Cat and Maria inside for lunch, prepared by Cool Cat's mother, Mama Cat. Derek, seeing as how you named yourself Daddy Derek, why didn't you come up with a good name for your wife? Like Daisy or Danielle, Deborah, Denise, or a couple of my personal favorites, Diana or Diane. And what about Cool Cat? Sure, that makes a good nickname and all, but I think it would be nice if he had a real name too. Like Clive, Cedric, Connor, Chris, Charles, or even DJ. Hey, DJ would be really good because that could stand for Derek Jr. And it would make him double cool, allowing the kids to call him something like DJ the Cool Cat. The phone rings, and Mama, I'm going to call her Diane, answers it, saying, Hello, this is the cat resident. in Bob Shaw's review, which is one of my personal favorites of this movie, and the reason I learned about this movie's existence, is that Bob Shaw responded to this scene saying, "And he took his wife's name. What in the world is wrong with this family?" To anyone watching this video, if you know a married couple where the husband takes the wife's last name, please let me know in the comments. The phone call is from Derek's friend Sammy, who says that he'll meet him in Hollywood for a very important appointment. Derek offers to take Cool Cat and Maria, and Cool Cat gets excited. However, Maria is unable to go. After dinner, Cool Cat goes to surf the web, singing "Ba ba 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 ba." I'm a superstar, I'm superstar, and I'm having fun. Then he gets a message from a John Doe and assumes that he wants to be friends. Unfortunately, the email reads, "You have a fat nose? And you look like a dirty dog?" Maybe this John Doe guy watched the Pee Wee Herman Christmas special. Today's secret word is insult. Ah! Now someone do something about that fruitcake in my about that ants and roaches in my fruitcake room. This makes Cool Cat very mad. So, however, he doesn't give in to his anger. He decides to write a positive message in reply. That sounds like a good idea, but the better solution would have been to ignore it and not give the person any attention for their negative behavior. Sort of similar to the logic about evil spirits in the Paranormal Activity movie, when the ghost doctor said,
The more you provoke this evil spirit that's in your house, the more worse it's going to get. You cannot do anything that would anger it or upset it. Do not try to communicate with this evil spirit, because that will be inviting it into your home. It will take that as an open invitation to do even more damage than it already is doing. So don't provoke and don't anger it, and definitely do not do anything to invite it in your home. That includes bringing Ouija boards to communicate with it. Do not do that. I repeat, do not do that. And also, that would be very wrong. And the thing I must also remind you all of, ignorance of this knowledge is very wrong. And that is a major no. There's right and there is wrong.
of course, the doctor was not wearing a baseball cap, but that's just because Gabe didn't feel like combing his hair this morning. Hey! What? Just telling it like it is. Anywho, the bully, or should I say the John Doe, replies to Cool Cat's message by saying, "Your breath stinks? And you smell like cat food? I'm a bully and I'm gonna get you tomorrow? Oh no! What should I do?" Oh! Later, Cool Cat panics about all this, as you just heard, and later that night he goes into dreamland. Well, gee, thank you for explaining that. Because it's not like I'd be able to figure that out on my own, you know. While he's there, he tries to figure out how to stop bullying and come to the realization that he should stand up for himself. Thank you. Helpfully giving that information that was not obvious at all. Seriously, Shows like Arthur were more clever with showing dream scenes without stating the obvious, and in some cases, surprise their audience. After waking up, getting dressed, and eating breakfast, Derek and Cool Cat decide to leave for Hollywood. And once they get there, Derek gets a phone call. Hello? Wow. Really? I'll tell Cool Cat and thanks. Guess what, Cool Cat? That was a Hollywood parade. Wow. It's showtime. Hey everybody, it's me, Cool Cat. And I'm totally not a dog trying to pretend like I'm Cool Cat. I'm really Cool Cat.
He's like, hey, wait a second. That's not what's in the script.
Oh,
He's like, okay, let's try to do that. No, no, no. Let him keep going. We're only doing one take. That's all we're gonna do.
okay, Daddy Derek. Anyway,
He's like,
I got a fantastic story to tell you. It's about a parade, but not just any parade. The Hollywood Parade. But first, we have to go back to my fun house. So come on, everybody. Kids, let's go back to Cool Cat's fun house.
are you sure you don't want to redo that? No, we're keeping it like that. Now, cut the scene.
That scene would have been a lot better if they had showed a little bit more of their Hollywood visit. And also, maybe if they had shot that a little bit better, maybe actually did more than one take so the actor could do the line right.
I told you we only do one take here. That's the only thing my budget allows for.
Okay, but yeah, that's just what I think. Because this segment on its own comes off as random and silly as one of Gabe's movies back in 2000.
Hey, come on now. Those films weren't that bad. I mean, okay, maybe they're not complete masterpieces back then, with the limited technology and not quite advanced stuff and all that, but I mean, they weren't that bad.
Then how do you explain the Nothing to Do show? Or so many of those other scenes when you would do a lot of crazy stuff like hanging upside down or, making random screams or hey, or even making those shots of people's bald spots like your Big Papa.
Hey, you gotta admit that was already go. Oh, okay, well, okay, maybe some of those things were a little immature and ill-timed. Also, considering the fact that my Big Papa always said, keep living, whenever I would do that, and,
Well, I think you get the picture.
fine, you got a good point.
You see, just like Oprah Winfrey always says, admittance is the first step on the road to recovery. So, Derek and Cool Cat go back to his fun house, which is his house, and they tell Diane about Cool Cat being in the Hollywood parade. After she gives Cool Cat her blessing, he also tells Maria, but says he also has a lot to do, and wonders what he should do. Maria suggests that he asks his daddy, and he goes to look for him. However, his search leads to him finding an unwrapped lollipop that surprisingly isn't covered in ants and roaches. And apparently, Cool Cat is so amazed by this that he begins to sing.
Silly old Gordon fell in the ditch, fell in the ditch, fell in the ditch. Silly old Gordon fell in the ditch on a Monday morning.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong song. Lollipop, lollipop, oh how I love a lollipop. Lollipop, lollipop, tastes so yummy. Yay! If Cool Cat lived with Eddie Murphy's family, he would have been popped across the head with the shoe. Man, don't let your mama catch you eating off the floor like that. Dude, say I had one of them mamas. How many of y'all had those mamas that would throw their shoe at you? My mom would throw her shoe at the drop of a dime. And like Clint Eastwood with the shoe. Why you drop the ice cream on the floor? I didn't drop the ice cream on the floor. Ow! Thank you. Cool Cat thinks for a moment, and he decides he doesn't want to eat it. Instead, he decides to play with one of Derek's video cameras and make a reality show called Cool Cat's Funhouse. He starts his show by spying on Derek while he's exercising, which looks more like he's auditioning to either replace Jason David Frank in the next Power Ranger film or star in the live-action version of Frank Miller's Batman. I highly doubt that he's going to be the next Mighty Morphin Green Ranger. But Frank Miller's Batman? Well, sorry, but Ben Affleck already did that one. So anyway, and also, Cool Cat actor Jason Johnson asked Derek what was the purpose of this scene. And Derek just replied, "It's cool." I wish I was making that up, but I'm not. Of course, maybe the real reason was to throw in an Easter egg for his Gun Safety for Women and Men DVD. It could happen. So the next morning, Cool Cat and Derek prepare some songs for the Hollywood Parade in English and in Spanish. So it's time for the Hollywood Parade. And as it goes on, Butch watches the parade, angry at Cool Cat's popularity, declaring his vengeance. And it sort of makes me think of the origin story of the villain Dr. Sidney in the live-action Shazam movie. The next day, as Maria goes to meet Cool Cat at Vivica A. Fox's house, she has this to say to Butch. "Hey, you big bully! Cool Cat's going to be in the Hollywood Parade and you're not. And we're going to be in a movie star's house to have fun. And you're not. Ha ha, go bully that." Maria, this behavior just makes you a bully. As I said before, two wrongs don't make a right. And now that Butch is already angry, you just made it worse. Previously on What Do You Think About That? Good morning! Hi, sweetie. Maria just called, and she'll meet you over at Vivica's house. Awesome! And I can't wait to see Vivica A. Fox and Eric Estrada. Hey, I know that'll be a great time. Oh, and by the way, honey, did you have a chance to call Vivica and tell her that we'll be late for the cookout? Yes. Vivica said that any time's a great time for the kids, and I'll be ready in a couple of minutes. Well, I'm sure you will, you fine-looking kitty cat, you. Oh, hotcha! Drop him off at Vivica's. Okay, honey. Well, I'll be back in a couple of minutes to pick you up then. Let's see. Right here. And this is why your gas bill is so high.
I love you too. And I'm Cool Cat, and I love all kids.
Well, as the Black Eyed Peas would say, I've had the time of my life. And that's the wrong song. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in here. Oh, oh. You just wanted an excuse to sing that song, didn't you?
You know it.
Anywho, at Vivica A. Fox's house, where her and Eric Estrada are outside enjoying some lemonade and stating what a beautiful day it is. But wait, where is Cool Cat?
The use. Oh wait, the use. Or as my uncles and my mom and uncles would say, who the hell? Who the hell? Who the is? Hey!
Okay, I gotta admit, I kind of like that joke. Anyway, Cool Cat arrives for suggestions of what to do. So Eric offers him some lemonade, and like his daddy Derek, we have to watch him drink it.
Mm, come on. Excuse me. Ruby Doo.
Do like Scooby Doo. What's next? You snap into a Slim Jim?
You will stop into a Slim Jim.
Oh my goodness, that's about as scary as the Bonesaw guy from Spider-Man movie. And got me so scared I almost lost my place. Anyway, then Maria arrives and offers to build a sandcastle with Cool Cat. Do you want to build a sandcastle? It doesn't have to be a sandcastle. It could. Wait, what? Oh, just let it go. Because here I stand. And here I stay. Let this play go on. This movie won't bother me anyway. Let it go. Let it go. Just let the movie go on. Butch shows up and Eric gets a little suspicious. And Butch says, well, looky here. If it isn't Cool Cat and Maria making a sandcastle. Well, I don't like your sandcastle, so take that. No! No! Our sandcastle! That kick sand at Cool Cat's face! And Maria is crying. Eric and Vivica come over, causing Butch to flee. They inform the kids on what they should do about Butch, and Cool Cat takes action. You know, the way this scene plays out, it's pretty much like a reenactment of the book Cool Cat Stops Bullying. Pretty much word for word when you think about it, except a major difference being the cast in the scene here in the movie is a lot different from what you're about to see in the book. So, well, let's take a look, shall we? As you can see, the book is written in both English and Spanish, the Spanish subtitles being on the top. So we're going to take a look at the English part. Cool Cat is in his front yard, and he feels like doing something different today. But he doesn't know what to do. He asks you, do you have any suggestions for me? I could use them! Cool Cat's parents are sitting on the front porch drinking a glass of lemonade. They love to have a cold glass of lemonade on a nice summer day. You know, so do I. Cool Cat asks, can I have some lemonade, please? And yeah, I kind of read that a little differently than the way it was written. Please excuse me on that part. His daddy smiles, sure you can, and hands him a glass. Cool Cat takes a big drink. Uh, oh, excuse me. Cool Cat's friend Maria runs over. Hello, Cool Cat. I'm going to play in the sandbox. Do you want to build a sandcastle with me? This is a wonderful day. Now Cool Cat has something to do. He answers joyfully. Hi, Maria. That sounds marvelous. Let's go build a cool sandcastle. Cool Cat and Maria run to the sandbox and throw sand everywhere. They are making a mess. Yay! They yell happily. Cool Cat and Maria are building a beautiful sandcastle. But the mean neighborhood bully Butch the Bully runs over. I don't like your sandcastles. Let me try that again there. Yeah, because the image in this picture of Butch the Bully looks a lot different than what we see in the film. They're both mean, but this one is pretty scary, so let me try a different voice. Butch the Bully runs over. I don't like your sandcastles, so take this! Butch kicks the sandcastle and destroys it. Maria cries, boo hoo hoo. Oh boy, that kind of reminded me of that scene from the Jim Carrey Grinch movie when they cried boo hoo. Cool Cat says, leave us alone, we didn't do anything to you. Butch the Bully looks at them and snarls, I don't care because I'm a bully. And he kicks sand into Cool Cat's face. That kick kicks sand in Cool Cat's face. Cool Cat shakes his head, and he doesn't understand why someone would want to be a bully. Bullies are mean, and they never have any friends. Well, as I stated in one of my earlier reviews, well, me and Gabe, that only applies to some of the bullies. Yeah, most of them do travel in packs, but okay, maybe the bullies that Derek has encountered, maybe they didn't have any friends, so okay. And Cool Cat loves to have friends, but what should he do right now? Daddy Derek and Mama Cat hurry to help Cool Cat, but Butch the Bully runs away. They inquire, are you okay, Cool Cat and Maria? Maria quits crying. Uh, the bully broke our sandcastle, and we worked so hard on it. Cool Cat confesses, I don't like bullies, and it's not cool to pick on people. I was gonna stop them, but I didn't know what to do. I got scared and became confused. And now my friend Marie is crying over this. Hope y'all don't mind my ad-libs in there. Mama Cat tells Cool Cat and Maria, it's okay, sweetie. People used to pick on me, and then I learned how to react. Would you like to hear what I did? Cool Cat jumps up and down and shakes it all around. I sure would. Please tell us now, because I don't like when bullies pick on people. Mama Cat smiles. She enjoys teaching kids how to empower themselves. Well, I quit being scared of the bully, and I yelled at him to leave me alone, and I yelled very loudly. Whoa! What happened then? Cool Cat asks curiously. Did it work? Or did the bully get meaner with you? 'Cause I don't want that to happen. It worked great, Mama Cat states. Delightfully, of course. The bully got embarrassed when I yelled at him, and he ran away. Everyone was happy because that bully messed with all the kids. Cool Cat shouts, that is amazing strategy! I want to stop bullying, and I want to stop it right now! Cool Cat stares at you. Will you be cool and stop bullying with me? I hope so. I'm sure we all would, Cool Cat. Maria tells Cool Cat a story. One time, a bully was picking on me, and they said some terrible things, and none of it was true. And then they posted it on the internet. Cool Cat puts his hands on his head. Oh no! Putting lies on the internet is really mean. How did that make you feel? Were you sad that the bully was picking on you? Maria stares at Cool Cat. It made me cry. I was so sad because I didn't know how to stop the bully. So I told my parents, and that made me feel better. Cool Cat grins. I am glad you feel better. I like for my friends to be happy, and it's groovy to be happy. He is a cool cat. Are you a cool cat? Daddy Derek adds,
Always tell your teachers if someone bullies you, and don't be afraid to tell an adult. It's not your fault that an adult can help you.
that is fabulous advice, and it will help me to stop bullying. Cool Cat says boldly. He asks Maria, would you like to play in the sandbox and have fun? Maria responds, sure, I love to have fun. Maria and Cool Cat are building a gorgeous sandcastle and they laugh. But Butch the bully runs over and hisses, give me your lunch money or I'll destroy your sandcastle. But it said he hissed. Cool Cat has found a new inner strength. He jumps to his feet and tells Butch, we're not going to give you our lunch money. I'm not afraid of you anymore, so you better leave us alone. Butch the bully laughs. I'm a bully, and I don't like your sandcastles. Butch tries to kick it, but Cool Cat yells loudly, leave us alone right now! Then Maria shouts, I'm going to tell my parents and my teachers about you. But the bully gets scared. He doesn't want to get into trouble, and he runs away, crying. I'm gonna tell my mama you yelled at me! Cool Cat's parents come over as Maria stares lovingly at Cool Cat. You are a real champion. And Cool Cat thinks you are a real champion. Cool Cat is having fun and says cheerfully to all his friends, I love you, and let's stop bullying together! Yay! Cool Cat comes home and sees a magazine mentioning about a writing contest where first place is $100. Cool Cat decides he wants to write about Trolley the Trout, which in real life is a book by Derek Savage as well. The next day, he finished writing it and goes to play with Maria and another kid named Mikey. Suddenly, while they're playing, a news report plays on the radio, stating that a bully is stealing candy from babies. Wait, a bully is stealing candy from babies. This implies that the babies had to have been given candy by their parents. What? Derek, why on earth? Please tell me why would any parent allow their little baby to eat candy? I mean, this is similar to an episode of My Wife and Kids when Vanessa was trying to advise him not to feed the baby chocolate milk. Well, as it turns out, the candy thief is Butch, and Cool Cat goes to catch him. Eventually, the police show up and arrest Butch. But later, Butch escapes and hides out in Cool Cat's backyard. After lunch, the kids go treasure hunting in the backyard. They find a stick, a can, and a gun. Oh my. Was Derek practicing his gun shooting at night while everybody was asleep and carelessly left the gun there? That would be logical, except when the kids go to tell Derek, he seems to know nothing about it. And possibly Mama Cat may have put the gun there. I mean, she was out in the garden in an earlier scene, way back, and it could happen. Or maybe Derek did leave the gun in the bushes, and he doesn't want anybody to know about this, which would mean that his project of gun self-defense for women and men, but more emphasis on the women, project might be the secret that he's hiding from the family in this film. Well, Ricky, you got some explaining to do now. Don't get me started. I think we better move on. Don't want to go too far into that. Before the kids get to Derek, Butch enters and takes the gun, saying, "I can take it to school and take everyone's lunch money. Oh, it's gonna be fat time for me." Ha 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 ha! Yes, he really says that it's fat time for him. We didn't make that up, and we apologize if anyone is offended by that line there, but this didn't come from us. This is actually in the movie. Just letting you know. Cool Cat kept his sight of Butch taking the gun, and they reported that as well. But Derek calls Butch's parents, and they don't believe him. So the next morning, Derek walks Cool Cat, Mikey, and Maria in epic slow-mo. What, do they think they're the Justice League or the Avengers or something? Well, that would be funny. Do 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 do. Dum do 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 do. Dum do 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 dun dun dun. And I guess in the Avengers case, nothing's gonna stop us now. We are like the Justice League, but we're not the Justice League. Of course, considering the fact that Derek changed the movie's title from Cool Cat Loves Ya to Cool Cat Kid Superhero in order to make the money that superhero films make, I would have to say the Avengers, since the Avengers made tons more money than the Justice League movie did at the box office. Cool Cat and Cool Cat and Derek in the MCU? Might want to keep those Infinity Stones away from them, especially Daddy Derek. Otherwise, he could possibly snap the critics out of existence. And the thought of that would be kinda scary. They spot Butch showing the gun to Jamie out in the open, where other people can see them. I mean, what's even worse is that Derek tells Cool Cat and his friends to stand beside him. I mean, what's that gonna do? What, you think your body's going to magically shield the bullets like Wonder Woman's magic bracelets? Or maybe you think you're Superman where you can just stand and your whole body is practically a steel shield? And on top of that, Cool Cat and his friends decide to talk a while about it instead of getting out of sight and calling the police on their cell phone and then the school. Instead, Derek has to run by Butch, who doesn't see them for some reason, and call the police from inside the school. And it looks like Butch and Jamie stood in that same spot long enough for them to do that and call the police and for the police to arrive. You're holding a gun, not a treasure chest or a pile of cash. This is like the logic in the movie Steel, starring Shaquille O'Neal, when this boy asked Steel to throw a bomb through a small hole above them before it exploded. However, Steel said, "I never make these." And so the boy took time to tell Steel a way to make the shot. And the bomb didn't explode until after the boy's chat. Steel threw it and it landed in front of this guy. And in reality, the bomb would have exploded during the boy's chat. Boy. However, since I mentioned that clip from the movie, however, there was a funny moment in that scene when the bomb landed in front of the random guy. No! Gabe? I'm cool. I'm cool. It's okay. It's okay. Keep going. I'll go walk this off. I'll be all right. Okay. So anyway, the police show up to arrest Butch and Jamie, and Cool Cat receives heroic praises. He also wins the election for school president and the writers contest. Later, Jamie's mom gets him out of jail, and I assume that Butch's parents just left him there. The kids discuss the things that they've learned, and when they get to the part about cyberbullying, Cool Cat advises the kids to just ignore it. Well, it is good to see that Cool Cat is willing to apply what he's learned in the movie. Let's kind of hope that Derek does the same, especially with the cyberbullying thing. Even though he wasn't really being cyberbullied at all, the critics were just voicing their opinions and feelings about the movie using fair use and free speech. And apparently his reaction to criticism was to do like Carlton did in one of the episodes of Fresh Prince and twist the law in order to expose the greater good. Anyway, that's it for Cool Cat Kids Superhero. The movie has a lot of flaws, such as confusing plot holes, misleading messages, poor direction, and poor character dimensions and developments. There are some enjoyable parts like the songs, some humor here and there, and the most effort for a somewhat good story and moral is in the scene that references the book Cool Cat Stops Bullying. The part of the movie involving the gun had some potential, but they kind of failed to use it. Thank you for tuning in to What Do You Think About That? With yours truly, Brownie B. Brown
And Gabriel King Gabe Johnson.
If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow the links in the description below to check out our cool comic series, support us on Patreon, and also leave a comment about what you think about this video and about Cool Cat Kids Superhero. Also support our fellow reviewer Bob Shaw and his girlfriend Raven. Bye bye for now, and God bless.